You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. It is coming up on 8 o'clock here on this Saturday on DC News Now. We begin with this live look outside in Reston, Virginia. We've been talking about the sun trying to peek out. You can see it right there giving us this beautiful shot. This shot courtesy our photographer Joe Poth. He is on the roads letting us know what it feels like on the roads this morning. Many of the roads across the DMV looking dry. So that means those Department of Transportations across the DMV did their job to keep those roads safe. We're tracking your Saturday forecast. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to those top stories in just a bit. But first, the person you want to hear from on this DMV First Warn Day, weather forecaster Brittany Ward. And Brittany, just taking a look at Joe's shot. It is beautiful out there. Yeah, you know, he is in Northern Virginia. You are seeing those clouds all the way in the background, but those peaks of blue as well as the sun trying to shine. Overall, it's shaping out to be not a bad day. And it looks like the roads, they're a little wet, but not slippery, so that's the good news. But it is a DMV First Warn Day. We'll drop the DMV First Warn Day as we head through the rest of your afternoon, because now we are seeing drier conditions. Here's a look at radar kind of showing you the overall picture. We had that low. It raced through the south. That's what brought us to snow showers we saw overnight, and now we are seeing drier conditions across the entire area. Most of the snow is now off to our north and our east. Can't rule out, though, a few more snow showers just clipping Garrett County, though, as we head through the rest of your day today. Now, temperature-wise, still fairly chilly when stepping out the door at this hour. We're sitting at 36 degrees right now in D.C., 34 as you head over there to Leesburg, lower 30s there in Hagerstown, holding on to the 20s as you head further off to Kaiser and Cumberland. But then you factor in those wind chill values, it feels a lot colder than what that outside temperature is. It feels like 19 right now in Hagerstown. So I'm going to send it out to our reporter, Stephen Cohen, who is in Hagerstown right now. Stephen, I see a winter wonderland behind you, but let us know, how's it feeling at this hour?
Well, it's not as bad as it looked like it was going to be 12 hours ago, maybe, when we were predicting much more accumulation here. And you showed on the Hagerstown live cam not long ago that on some rooftops here, there's maybe a quarter inch of accumulation. It was coming down around midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. It was coming down pretty heavily, and it looked like we were going to have quite a snowfall. But well before dawn, things calmed down a little bit. Even the winds, which were a lot more brisk a few hours ago than they are right now, have settled down a little bit. I'm near somebody who's putting some salt on the sidewalks here. And the highways, Joe, our photographer, was out showing how clear the roads pretty much are. I talked yesterday with Doug Levine, the head of the Washington County Highways Department. He had crews out yesterday doing some pre-treating of roads and highways. And at 9 o'clock last night, his entire crew was out. So the roads are pretty clear. I'm standing off a dual highway, and traffic's just moving perfectly fine. So bundle up if you're getting out today. If you want to go to some of the higher elevations, you might be able to do a little bit of skiing. But for now, things are pretty much at normal for a winter day, and not quite as severe as it looked like it might have been. So reporting live from Hagerstown, Brittany and Tosin, back to you.
Steve, before I let you go, what are your plans? Because you usually aren't up at this hour like Brittany and I. So what are your plans for the rest of this very wintry cold day?
Well, as you know, we have a newscast this evening, and I'm going to be out talking as soon as we finish our morning newscast. I'm going to be out talking to people about what they anticipated from the weather today and how the forecast may have changed what their plans are. A lot of events were canceled because of the anticipated snowfall, and I will get a little workout, though, at the gym, and I was afraid that it might close today, but it's important to me, so I'll slip over there in just a little bit.
Look at you being a rock star and being active on a wintry cold Saturday. Thank you, Steve, for waking up with us. We'll check back in with you in a half an hour. But back here at home, we in D.C., we're going to take a look at that D.C. snowplow tracker. All highlighted streets have been driven by plows. All right there on your screen, that includes road treatments. And of course, to keep an eye on this storm, you can download the DC News Now weather app. Just scan that QR code on your screen. We'll be tracking the storm all morning.
This incident will affect the entire fire service in the country.
And this morning, one fire company still grappling with the loss of one of their own after a disturbing and heartbreaking scene where a firefighter died in a house explosion in Virginia. And the aftermath of that explosion is unbelievable. Let's show you the scene. Take a look at your screen. This is what was left behind. The Sterling Volunteer Fire Company said it responded to reports of a gas leak. Loudoun Fire Rescue says it happened on Silver Ridge Drive. A fire crew said as they entered the building, there was an explosion. About 9 firefighters were injured and 1 firefighter was killed. 2 neighbors were taken to the hospital.
The house is gone. It's gone.
The chimney's still there. The chimney is still standing.
But the house is gone.
The house is gone.
It's a huge physical and emotional toll on everyone associated with the fire department.
The fire department says the firefighters' injuries range from less severe to serious. Developing now, a teenage girl is recovering after she was shot in her lower body. It happened last night at the Glenmont Metro Station. Metro Transit police say it happened on the top level of the parking garage on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring. The girl was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The incident is under investigation. And a Rockville man facing life in prison after he was found guilty of raping an elderly woman at a hotel in 2022. A jury ruled Arash Kosh forced his way into a room at the Hilton Garden Inn on Shady Grove Road and sexually assaulted the 70-year-old woman, leaving bruises on her arms. Prosecutors say Kosh did not know the victim. That 42-year-old suspect will be sentenced in April. In Maryland, a suspect is arrested after police say that person stole a MDOT tow truck and led them in a chase. That high-speed chase stretched from Prince George's County to Montgomery counties, and the suspect left a path of destruction on their way. That pursuit began sometime after 5 p.m. in College Park. This was the end result right here at College Park, where 95 and 495 intersect. Police say they responded to a hit and run where a Ford Ranger left the scene. The Ford Ranger later crashed at a park and ride. An MDOT operator drove to check on the driver. That's when officials say the suspect jumped into the MDOT truck and stole it. That suspect smashed into multiple cars, ran red lights, drove on the wrong side of the highway, and dipped through the woods. That chase finally came to an end just before 6:30 when police cornered the driver right there in Silver Spring.
So when I saw it, I was just dumbfounded because, like I said, it's not common here. It's weird. It usually happens like in Florida, so you don't really see this.
And one victim tells DC News Now that the suspect sideswiped her car while trying to get away.
Me and my brother were shaking. It was scary. I thought he was going to die because he on that side, you know. I hit straight to him. Oh, my God.
The victim says everything happened so fast. She adds her mirror, tires inside of the car are damaged. DC News Now is honoring Black History all month long. Right now, there's a push to help Black students feel seen and heard at a Hagerstown High School. It started several years ago, and it's now taking on a life of its own. Skylar Salas highlights the club lifting up a generation of scholars.
North Hagerstown High School is known for its diversity of students, but how much would it surprise you to know out of all the different cultures, there wasn't an organization made for Black students until some students made it their mission to create one.
I wanted to create BSU is because we were kind of the only Black students in higher classes, whether it was AP or IB, and we felt like very singled out in our classes.
Sheriff and a few of her classmates created the school's first Black student union back in 2019. For them, the club would be a way for students to share similar experiences inside and outside of school. But in its early stages, it did have some pushback.
We noticed that there was a lot of pushback from people who were not Black, and it was kind of very hurtful because all we were doing was trying to create a space that was celebrating and uplifting Black voices, especially in spaces where our voices weren't being heard, our concerns weren't being met, and we couldn't fully be ourselves.
But through all the pushback for the establishment of the club, students were able to create the club.
It just means that now the next generation of students have a place that they can be themselves and they can talk about the issues that they're facing and not feel like they have to make themselves small smaller to fit in because they don't have anywhere to go or have anyone to talk to about the unique experiences that they are facing being students here.
Now, years later, from the club's creation, the Black Student Union is still thriving with a new generation of leaders dedicated to carrying on the legacy of the founding members.
I feel very honored to be passed down this role.
Currently, the Black Student Union is carrying the legacy left by their founders while also making it their own.
First meeting, they told me, this is what we want to do, Ms. McCoy. This is how we're going to do it.
For me, the most attractive thing about BSU was the discussion that we held and how intellectual, but also insightful in how different people think. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to find a way to make the discussion a bit more engaging, have it more interactive with the members and the opinions of the entire group.
Where you come in, you know, everybody's always asking, like, what's your name? You feel like it's a family, and that's something I wanted to ensure that we could have this year as well.
According to regular members of the club, the way they have steered the club has had a positive effect on members.
I feel like it's really opened my mind to wanting to learn new things about different cultures and different people's backgrounds. It's really just made me more open-minded.
Growing up in elementary school when I moved here back in 2016, people would make fun of me about my certain features, you know, how my nose is a little more bigger than the average nose, you know, my lips are a little bigger, just little things that made me insecure about being Black, and then I hated being Black. But ever since I joined BSU, the more I was able to feel comfortable in my own skin.
Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas for DC News Now.
And DC News Now is honoring Black history both on air and online. We have a special section dedicated to Black History Month stories on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just make sure you tune in today at 4 p.m. for our Black History Month special. It's hosted by our morning anchor, Corey James. It'll be right here on DC News Now.